Hi guys, it's Diana here. I am coming in today to show you how to make this post-it note little book. It is actually just a post-it note pad and I've put a cover on it. So we're making a cover for a post-it note. So what you're going to need is some sort of designer paper, or if you've made your own paper of some sort, you can use that. You're going to need double-sided tape. You're going to need obviously a post-it note block, just a 3x3 block. You're going to need some chipboard, cereal box, something thin but sturdy, but not paper. So I'm using a chipboard that's like from the comic book board is what it's called. So I'm using that, and you're going to need ribbon. You're also going to need a sentiment or something on the front if you want to add that, and some sort of embellishment, and I'm just using like a little thing. And then you're also going to need some double-sided foam tape if you want to pop up a sentiment on the front. And that's it. So I'm going to show you how to make this today. Let's get on with it. Now you're going to need, your first piece of paper is your DSP for your cover. It measures 7 7/8 by 4 1/4. You're going to add your chipboard that you've cut to 3x3, 2 squares of 3x3. And then you've got the spine that's 7/16 by 3x3. So you're going to lay that on your paper with a bit of a gap in between. I've got 2 pieces of this chipboard that I've glued together to give me the spacing between the pieces. You can use whatever you want to use. If you want to use like a ruler or something to give you a space. It doesn't need to be a big space in between, just a little one. It just helps the spine fold better when it opens and closes. So you're going to center this roughly on this DSP. You're going to add it with a bit of double-sided tape. Peel the backing off the tape. It's just to hold it there. You don't have to have a lot of tape on the back of these. I need the thinner one for the spine. I believe that's crooked. Just get my glasses so I can see. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. And now you're just going to grab a bone folder and just gently go around that. It just helps it fold like that. And then what you're going to do is add your tape all the way around. You're going to add some tape. I'm going to use this one. a pair of scissors, and what you're going to do is cut your corners, but don't cut it right up to the end of the corner of the chipboard. Just leave a little tiny little gap. Remove your tape and then just fold that down. Grab your bone folder and just crease those corners in. Like that. Then you're going to grab another piece of paper and you're going to put that in, and that's going to be your lining, which is 6 3/8 by 2 7/8. And I'm just going to use this thicker tape for that. Or I should say wider, not thicker. And just add that centered in there like so. Alright. Now you're going to have those little gaps in between your spine there. You're going to find those. Just there. Just gently use your bone folder just to help it so that it folds nicely. There we go. There we have it. See? I'm just going to make sure that that tape is holding well. Sometimes you can purchase tape that doesn't have a lot of stick, you know. Anyway, so now that's your booklet. I think I like this side better than this side. So maybe that will be my front, although we're going to cover it anyway a little bit. But now we're going to, actually the bird goes this way, so it has to go this way. If you have directional paper, you're going to have to keep in mind that something might be upside down. And that's going to go in there like that. So we're going to put some tape on the back of this. And you can decide which way you want your paper to go. I'm going to have mine go sideways and then you rip it this way, but you can have it go up and rip it that way if you want. Or you can even have it go down and rip it downwards if you really want. It doesn't matter. You're just going to put it where the school line is, but not on the school line. You see how I've got that? Like that. Okay, you'll be able to see it when you do it better than I can show you on the camera, but don't put it on your score line because you need it to be able to fold. So just a smidge before your score line there. Alright, and that's it. That's your cute little book now. Look at that. So now grab your ribbon. If you want to add this under some heavy books that will then hold it down and make the cover sit down without having a ribbon, you chuck it under some heavy books and it'll, for a couple of days, and it should help it sit. But I'll just use a ribbon, just tie it, and it gives you an extra bit of cuteness to it. So that's the ribbon. And then we're going to add I've got just a note, scallop oval and a oval to lay up. I think it's Stampin' Up dies. But there's many different dies out there that you can use. You don't have to use Stampin' Up. I'm just going to use some foam tape. These are strips I got from Temu. They're good for little things, or if you're making shaker cards or something, you need a thin line. So we're just going to add that there, like that, and then I'm going to have a little bow. I'm going to put that there with some glue. Actually I can use tape. Tape will work. Push it onto there and then peel the backing off. Alright. Like that. And same again for my embellishment. I'm just going to put tape on the back. And add that to the bow, like that. And there you have it. A cute little post-it notebook. Look cute. Well, thanks for joining me today. If you like this tutorial, please leave a thumbs up and comment and subscribe if you haven't. And I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.